used to be a slave, kept under the thumb of the master, the bastard that made me hunt down my own kin. How did he do that, you ask? With the living scar you see on my cheek, this horror that takes no more than a song sung by Master Dearest to control my very thoughts. But now the tables have turned. I broke my shackles, and when I finally find him, I will make the Master sing a very different kind of song.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the Magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now, no need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Ugh, what a dismal way to wake. In the belly of the beast. Let's see if I can grope my way out.
bones are so boring. Without flesh, there's no memories to be had.
An animal pen. How utterly charming.
Did you expect a needle? as though there's a pattern in the blood flow. That can't be natural.
Empty. Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort behind you as the snoring Magister mumbles himself awake. What?
Is my shift over? Oh, wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy elf? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face. And it's about time too. The lads and can't just leave the prisoner alone though. I heard he might be the one causing trouble upstairs. If it's all the same, I think it's best he comes with me. Some offence intended. You hear that, M1? And keep your hands where I can see them. Hurry it up, sorcerer. We haven't got all day.
No. That's one problem solved. A dead Magister.
So
Somebody
much
will
for a
have to take the
peaceful
blame
stroll.
for this. And it won't be me.
you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself.
This is a rare kind of magic. I'll need to write to headquarters right away.
There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. Is he? Oh well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they?
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back of one hand.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take it easy.
No known associates.
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like
My, look at the concentration on your face. There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable, for your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's. Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have...
Index fingers pressed to her lips. She pauses a moment.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that set. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good girl, perhaps a cure...
Who?
Good gods. There's been a murder here.
A young magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around her weapon as you pass. Behind the magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does. Move along.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. We'll find out who did.
She looks up at you with a...
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep, though. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Finn was killed by Source. If a Magister could do that, there wouldn't be a Magister. It looks more like a passenger managed to slip their collar. And the rest... Well, listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Thanks. I just want to...
hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way. That's enough now.
It was one of them. I know it. They don't care about us. We're the cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
We just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasant.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister Ifan grins.
same as he was at 14 years old? Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword, and now he's Johnny Big Pants. No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down with a...
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring...
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties. The Joy, I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise. Wonder if we'll get to meet the Ringmaster himself. Easy now. I might think the same, but Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet.
Name.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something
Away with you.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of...
I'm busy watching for clues.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magister's more
A
concerned.
broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench. He raises an eyebrow.
Listen up, kiddo. You hear that?
His eyes snap open.
Murder? I wouldn't know any. I kill a man. He knows who done it. His daddy knows who done it.
His eyes flutter shut.
Whether they catch me is another matter. But I ain't one to hide my accomplishments. The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates. The groaning of wood from floor to...
And? Sick as a leper's cat. From the state of it, I'd say she's being cared for by a bunch of beardless babes who never... But there's more. Listen close. There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy.
There, you heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, kiddo. Good news. No, you beautiful idiot. That wasn't any rat. It was the wheel. Squeaks whenever the helmsman... Burn my beard. That means if we've been traveling for... Yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy. Yeah, no indeed, kiddo.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his...
That'll be all. Thank ye kindly, kiddo.
Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Did you see the body? They ought to let you taste a bit.
Soon as the Inquisitor gets
Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale...
The lizard looks you up and down, like all of a sudden he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
I'm inspecting your teeth. In case that... There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook? On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor? Yes, well, I'll count that on then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after. Goodness gracious me, what a bore.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper. Fight meanwhile.
Huh, this again.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us will kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You think me mad?
Name? Insufferable, surely. Well, you aren't here on my list. I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He reaches out and examines... Fast. He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
I am not as brittle as all that, young lady. Oh dear. You have my... Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once. Ah, yes. My name is Fane. I am a scholar. It is pleasurable to meet you. Hardly. I've been reading this one for several minutes. It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Most unusual. And if it's... No. I want to know if this text tells me that they created all creatures. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind? Of course you don't. Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
No amount of pestering will get the...
Here's the register, ma'am. You faring okay so far? Glad to hear. You head on in now.
Keep with those bolts trained on her, and if she tried...
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their...
So you admit it, then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you...
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God! Don't you there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan! We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick.
She reaches for her collar and simply...
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will...
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happened?
The young woman lies in a heap on the floor. She's breathing, nor she doesn't stir. The dwarf lies in a heap on... The dwarf lies in a heap. You hear a faint... The dwarf lies in...
No! What? What happened? Water?
The lizard's eyes... You shake the...
need to get off this wreck. And quick.